This tutorial is on arm positions, where to hold your opponent in the clinch. In this particular case, look, it's where you grab your opponents, and these will change depending on what your opponent does. We're going to have a look at some very basic things that you need to do where you're trying to get your elbows or arms when you're grabbing your opponent. So initially, I'm going to try, if I'm grabbing my opponent, I want to make sure that I'm grabbing the neck quite strong and I'm actually using my elbow in the shoulder. This allows me to push and pull the opponent. So if I'm in this position, I can push with my body. I'm keeping my body firm. I'm using my elbow. I'm pushing in, so I can turn my opponent. I can control backwards and forwards by moving back and forwards, keeping that particular position. I can pull the head down. I pull the head down, pressing in my forearms on the neck allows me to leave on my opponent's head. But I'm using mechanics with a good grip. Need to control the head, but my elbows and forearms and where I put them are really important. Similarly, I could do this, it could be different hand positions with different signs. In this particular one now, the same thing, I'm controlling the arm. Now, what my opponent can do, that hand can go underneath. So I try and close off, which does give me advantages for other things, but I can stop the opponent going in, I can switch this to a different grab. But essentially, it could be this to me, it could be this, it could be switched around, but it's a position where I'm pulling on the arm, I can use the arm to pull and throw my opponent. I can grab quite tightly around the neck, and this is in a sense where I also use, if you like, a third arm, my head. I don't mean I'm trying to headbutt, I'm trying to use the head as a third position. So when I'm clinching, I can use the shoulder. It's almost if my opponent grabs me, I'm in the neck, I can try and pull in. And then even sideways to try and use, it's that locking up and using the head to put pressure on. So it can be a series of grabs and I've got the head in, I'm trying to push on the face, it might be different positions, I might switch, but I'm trying to lock my opponent to the knee. So it's keeping your body, it's driving from the floor through to your elbows, your forearms, but also where you need to, using your head to lock your opponent up.